There was a small town in the heart of the countryside. Life was peaceful there. Birds chirped in the morning, kids played in the fields, and families gathered on porches in the evening to share stories. But as time passed, people got busier. New shops opened, people bought mobile phones, and slowly, the old ways began to fade. In this town lived an elderly man named Mr. Samuel. He was 82 years old. His hair had turned white and his hands shook a little, but his eyes still sparkled with wisdom. Once, Mr. Samuel was known as the most respected man in town. People would come to him for advice about farming, family, business, and even personal troubles. But now, hardly anyone came by. Most young people thought, what would an old man know about today's world? Mr. Samuel would sit on his wooden chair by the big oak tree outside his house, watching the world change around him. One evening, a young boy named Eli passed by. He was about 17, restless and confused. He had just failed his exams, fought with his parents, and felt like a failure. As he walked past Mr. Samuel, the old man smiled and said, "Son, why the long face?" Eli hesitated, then sighed. "Nothing, sir. Just life." Mr. Samuel chuckled softly. "Life has a funny way of testing us, boy. Want to talk about it?" Eli thought for a moment and then sat down next to him. For the next hour, Eli poured out his heart about school, his parents' expectations, his fear of failure. And Mr. Samuel just listened, nodding quietly. When Eli finished, Mr. Samuel said something that Eli never forgot. "You know, when I was your age," Mr. Samuel began, "I failed too. Not just exams. I failed in business, in friendship, in love. But every failure is a teacher. And if you listen closely, it'll teach you more than success ever will." He pointed to the big oak tree. "See that tree? I planted it when I was 18. The first year, it barely grew. The second year, it almost died. People told me to cut it down. But I watered it, cared for it, and waited. Look at it now." Eli looked at the tall, strong tree whose branches reached out like arms, welcoming the sky. Mr. Samuel continued, "You're like that tree, son. Don't cut yourself down too soon." Eli felt a strange warmth in his heart. No one had ever spoken to him like that. The next day, Eli told his friends about the conversation. Slowly, other young people started visiting Mr. Samuel. At first, it was just for fun. But then they began to realize how much he knew. Not just about old times, but about people, about emotions, about life. He taught them how to fix broken things, how to grow a garden, how to mend friendships, and how to be patient when life seemed unfair. The town slowly changed. Elders who were once ignored started getting visits. The young and old began sharing meals, stories, and laughter. People realized that the elders weren't a burden. They were living libraries, full of lessons no book could teach. Years later, when Mr. Samuel passed away peacefully in his sleep, the entire town came to his funeral. The oak tree stood tall, and under its shade, Eli, now a grown man, planted a small sapling for the next generation. He whispered. And the town remembered that day, how one old man's wisdom saved them all from forgetting who they were. Friends, elders in our lives carry treasures of wisdom. We may run fast, but they know the way. Let's sit with them, listen to their stories, and keep their light alive in our hearts. Because one day, we'll be in that chair too. If you loved this story, comment your favorite elder's name. And don't forget to subscribe for more heart-touching stories.